On a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being no anxiety and 10 being the worst feelings of anxiety of your life, how are you feeling this week?
Hmm. You know, I think I'm feeling about a 7 right now. I've had a real rough week with schoolwork piling up. I don't feel like I could catch up. One of the bad things that I get in the habit of doing is waiting to the last minute of doing my schoolwork because I have a bunch of hard classes, and then I only allow myself a couple of days of completing the schoolwork. It's an overwhelming feeling of stress and more stress because I can't get caught up on anything. I think about it, and I don't have the energy to do anything about it. It just drains me thinking about it.
Mhm. Well, it sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed. What would life be like without anxiety regarding school? Without feeling anxiety about school?
Well, one of the things is honestly, yeah, I think I honestly would have the energy to start my work and actually finish it. Starting my work is not a problem. It's just completing the projects is the problem. Um, I think I'd be able to organize my assignments so that I don't have them pile up all at once.
Hmm. I want you to try something. Can you close your eyes and imagine that the anxiety is gone? Can you do that? Watching it. Can you do that? Can you close your eyes? Imagine the anxiety is gone. Okay, so you've done that. So talk about what has changed to make the problem go away.
Okay. So I close my eyes, and the thing that I could think of, hopefully, it would also mean that I would sleep more. Because one of the things that I noticed is my sleep kind of goes out the window when I let everything pile up all at once. I typically only sleep 4 to 5 hours a night, and I would like to sleep at least about 8 hours. And if I was able to get more sleep, I might actually be on time for school, to where I'm not always tardy and it counts against me at the end of the school year. Um, might If I'm able to sleep more and don't let everything pile up, I could get better grades because my grades have been slipping. I'm in a jeopardy of failing this year. And another thing is I would rely less on caffeine. I'm really dependent on caffeine. I drink about 3 cups of coffee during the day, and those weeks where everything is due all at once. Um,
Okay. If you were telling a friend or family member about this major change, what do you think they would say or do?
um, Honestly, I think they'd probably notice that I'm less stressed. Uh, might not one of the bad habits I get into is I bite my fingernails, and to the point where there ain't no fingernails there anymore. I might not, get to the point where they're completely off of my fingers. I might haven't actually made it to class on time. Like I was saying previously, I'm usually tardy first thing in the morning because I don't get enough sleep. Um, my friends tell me, and I feel like I have circles underneath my eyes from being tired all the time. Trying to stay up all night, completing my big assignment the night before it's due.
What would help you feel less stressed out?
I think that having someone sit with me to encourage me to do my work on time could help. Maybe I can ask for an extension on a few of my assignments I have coming up.
What is one thing that you could change this week?
Um, I could email my teachers or talk to them after or before class about the extensions. Maybe I can ask someone in class to study with me or help me with some problems that I'm having trouble with in class.
I think that talking to your teachers is a great idea. Do you think that you know someone who could help you with your classwork?
Yeah, I can ask a few friends, a few of my buds and my clubs that are in my classes. They all seem to be on top of their assignments in the hard classes. It's just I'm always hesitant to bother them because in my mind I think they have their own problems that they're going through.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like you're good at building relationships. Is that something you feel confident about?
Yeah. I do have some really good friends, some really good buds. I worked on making some new friends this year, and which has seemed to help. And I feel supported when I reach out. That's the big thing is I just got to reach out. I just don't sometimes, I just don't sometimes when I'm feeling overwhelmed. Um, I don't want to bother anyone with my problems because, like I said, they got their own problems.
Hmm. Can you complete the sentence for me? I am good at.
I am good at. Hmm, I'm good at. I think I'm good at listening to other people. People call me if they're having problems sometimes, and sometimes they call me to a lot, and when they call me a lot, I want to ignore the phone calls, but I don't because everybody tells me that I'm good at listening to them. I feel like a fault, I guess, to a sense. Maybe a rock for some of my friends, like a hard rock, not like a little teeny pebble
Okay.
for them.
Mhm. All right. That sounds like a good skill for making friends. Friends can be a good support network if you feel like your aunt isn't as trustworthy as you'd like her to be, as you mentioned before. How do you feel about the adults in your life?
Well, I wish they could. They, I wish they could do more of what they say. I can't always count on my aunt to show up when she says she will. She will, um, and I need her support. My coach isn't always available to me because I understand he's got a life and a family of his own, and so I feel, in a sense, I feel guilty asking him for help all the time.
Hmm. What could your aunt do to make you feel more supported?
Honestly, I just want her to be there when I need her. Um, we play this game, and it's a really interesting game that we when we're together and we're at the house, we turn our phones upside down and lay them down on the kitchen table. And what happens is the first one that checks their phone, checks to check their messages, usually has to do the dishes, and I'm pretty awesome at winning that game because a lot of times she has to do the dishes because I'm not going to lose. I'm a very competitive person. Another thing is like we like to play card games such as gin and rummy. Um, it just when we spend time together without the phone interruption. I'd like her to pay attention to me when we have dinner or spend time together instead of being on her phone all the time.
Hmm. I heard you say that sometimes she's available for you emotionally. What do those times look like?
Um,
I'm sorry. Well, that sounds good. It sounds like your aunt does try to spend some quality time with you. When you need her to spend time with you, can you promise that you'll reach out to her?
Sorry.
That's okay.
um, Crap, I lost it.
It's okay. So you're at page 3. Yes, I guess I have been getting
Okay.
caught up on the bad stuff.
Okay, I'm sorry, I lost it.
It's okay.
Yes, I guess I have been getting caught up on the bad stuff instead of seeing her as someone who does try to spend time with me. I think it's easy for me to focus on the bad stuff instead of the good stuff. Um, she is supportive when I ask her to be, and that's really what I need is the support.
Let's focus on your feelings again. We've been talking about other people's influences in your life, but I want to know what else you can do for yourself. You can be stronger than you think.
Hmm.
Okay, so let me help you out. I found this situation is similar to what I encountered in high school, the situation that you've been sharing with me. I was also overwhelmed. It is a totally normal experience, and I also sought help from a therapist.
Really, you did? Did it help you?
Yes, it really did. I appreciate the fact that you're working through this with the support of your family as well.
Even my friends told me that I needed to ask for some help. They want me to graduate with them, and honestly, I want to graduate with them because they're my buds. I definitely don't want to fall behind.
Asking for help is a really good idea. Can you do this at least once a week if you're feeling anxious?
I think it's worth a shot.
All right.